There's an old adage that says that if a tree falls in the forest, do you hear it if nobody's there? I'm here to tell you that when we lost Breonna Taylor, we absolutely heard it and we felt it. It felt like an earthquake. You see, Tamika does not know fully the impact, and I don't think she'll ever know the impact of her daughter's life on this country. But at the time, if we go back to March of 2020, when I was still a young lawyer in my mind, and I was practicing law, and I somehow was running for the state house, I had just made it to my runoff. And the next thing you know, they're saying that COVID is coming in. But then the next thing you know, Breonna Taylor is killed. Breonna Taylor then is killed and people started hitting the streets. So I did what I've always done in my civil rights role is I hit the streets as well. I wanted to make sure that protesters' rights were not going to be violated. And so as we walked through the streets and we said her name, because there were a lot of people that would not say her name and did not want to look out for getting any kind of justice for her, that is what I was doing, is I was in the streets. And here it was, we go through, we're fighting in the streets. That was March of 2020. By May of 2020, we had another person that had been killed at the hands of law enforcement by the name of George Floyd. You see, that was a summer of action for so many, but the question was, would that action continue? Would we turn this moment into a movement, or would we let everything die with their precious souls? The answer for me was no. So interestingly enough, I finished out my race and I actually won it, and I ended up in the Texas State House. There's a bill that I filed as soon as I got there. It was called Breonna's Law. Now, y'all know this is down in Texas. So y'all know things are a little interested in Texas. But let me tell you that even in Texas, even as a freshman civil rights attorney that was doing this because it was the right thing to do, it passed out of our committee with bipartisan support. Unfortunately, they never put it on the floor for a vote, but it would have passed because we had the support of law enforcement. We had the support of activist organizations. This is about what good legislation looks like. And that's what it is. This is about saving lives. Let me tell you something. When a no-knock warrant is actually executed, I don't know how many of y'all really understand how this works. As somebody who's also done criminal defense, a knock warrant ain't nothing. All it is police. That's all it is. That's it. But imagine being in a state like Texas where they say, you know what, everybody can have guns, and frankly, everybody does. And then you're saying that somebody just comes in your home. We have people that are currently sitting on death row because they have shot when somebody came in their home. Listen, this is smart legislation. This is why it's bipartisan. This is why it's bicameral. And all we're asking people to do is get behind it. It is time for us to set aside our differences and do what we all say we want to do, which is to make sure that we are all going to be safe, whether we are on the streets or in our homes. This legislation will prevent others from losing their lives unnecessarily. Breonna should be here. We shouldn't be having this conversation, but we are, because her mama refuses to give up on her daughter. No mother should have to go through what she's went through. But the reality is that God has got her. And that is why she is standing with us today. So I ask you, wherever you are, make sure you call your representative, make sure you call your senators and tell them to sign on to this smart legislation. It is time for us to get smart about legislation, especially in DC.